Hello everybody! Scott Pilgrim FMAB here. Welcome back to another episode of Go Go Nippon, my first trip to Japan. In the last episode, we hung out with Makoto in the frickin' Tokyo station, and it was cool, and there were some nice CGs. I think the last episode I split into 2 episodes though, so who knows? Well, both of them had fairly good CGs anyway. But, oh god, I know what's about to happen. I'm gonna just... Yep. Yeah, of course, yep. Yes, okay. Understood, yep, The usual, yep, salt in the coffee, alright. Okay, she gets sad about it, makes us better coffee. And now we get to pick where we go. We are gonna go to Shibamata. I think I'd like to go here. Shibamata, that's a pretty serious place. I thought I could see a lot of the Japanese scenery. And then I believe it will meet your expectations. It's a Shitamachi area that still has a lot of Showa era to feel to it, and there are no large commercial buildings. What's in Shibamata? What's Shibamata famous for? It's got to be Tora-san. Tora-san. There's a tiger there? Not that kind of Tora. He's a character from the movie series. What's it called again? It's Torajiro. The movie series is Otoko wa Suraijo. Otoko wa Suraijo. I feel like I've heard the name before. It's a very famous series in Japan, so it would be unusual if you never heard of it before. There are nearly 50 movies total. Sounds like Doraemon. 50 movies? They've kept it going that long? It's in the Guinness Book of World Records, isn't it? That's right, it's the longest running movie series ever. Shibamata is famous as the place where the series is filmed. There is a Tora-san museum too. Do you think I'd enjoy it if I hadn't seen the movies? I'm sure you will. The Shitamachi atmosphere by itself should be pretty fun, right? And there isn't a famous temple or something? Isn't there a famous temple or something? The Shibamata Taishakoten. Is that the name of a temple? It sounds pretty strange. I believe that's just its next name. I'd have to look up the official name later. Okay, then why don't you show me around, Done-chan? You seem to know a lot more about it than me. If you don't mind. Sure, I'd love to have you around show me around, Makoto. That was stupid. I'd be happy to. Shibamata, huh? What kind of city will it be? Where is Shibamata anyway? The outskirts of Tokyo in Katsushika Ward. If you cross the river, you end up in Chiba. It's about an hour by train. That's right, there's a ferry too. A ferry? You can cross the river in a boat? Yes, it was used before there was a bridge, but it's still operational. It's mostly used for tourists though. Wow, sounds interesting. I'd love to ride if we have time. Yes, the weather's very nice. It would probably feel very wonderful. The weather really is nice. I bet today's gonna be a really fun day. Watch CG on the boat, calling it. We're here. This is Shibamata. Not a skyscraper in sight. It seems really peaceful. It almost doesn't feel like Tokyo. But we are still within 23 special wards. The Tokyo is larger than you think. Hey, is that a bronze statue over there? This is Tora-san from Otoko wa Suraijo. Whoa, wow. So this is him? He looks like a pretty strict person. Are the movies kind of a hard-boiled thing? No, they're not. They're comedies. Huh? This nihilistic-looking guy stars in comedies. Every movie, he falls in love with a woman and does all kinds of things to help her, but in the end, he's rejected. Wow, that's what the movies are like? That's not what I expect at all. You need to see them to understand. I see. I'll have to look into them sometime. She did say there are about 50 of them, so he gets rejected every single time. I understand how Tora-san feels. It's tough being a guy. Ah, so that's why it's called Otoko wa Suraijo. Eek! Why are you yelling all of a sudden? Oh, sorry, I was just empathizing with Tora-san. Really? I'm suddenly kind of interested in Tora-san. That appears to be the road to the Taishakoten. Why don't we walk in that direction? Okay, let's do it. That looks like the path to the shrine. Oops, wrong button. Huh? There's some kind of retro-looking building in front of us. Oh, you're right. It says Haikara Yokosho. Haikara? What does that mean? It's a bit like original and fashionable. It's used to describe people who were on the cutting edge of trends. It's not a very common phrase, so now it means something like old but still fashionable. It's got a nice atmosphere. It's a store? Yes, it seems so. They sell dagashi and other nostalgia foods. There's even a toy museum on the second floor. What's dagashi? It's fucking candy, you idiot. It's cheap candy that children eat. It hasn't changed much since the old days, so middle-aged and elderly people have a fondness for it. There's some things you can buy for only 10 yen. Yeah, dagashi. Huh? They have candy you can buy for 10 yen? They have that here in Canada too, man. I know they have it in America too. Come on. Isn't it cheap? That's why children love dagashi shops. But dagashi shops are few and far between now, and there are only a few kinds left at Kombini. That's why it's so nostalgic for people who were children during the Showa era. I don't know anything about it, but it still makes me feel a little nostalgic. What kind of stuff do they have? Do you want to look inside? Yes, of course. Dakashi. Oh, and time skip bullshit. They had so many things. It was very interesting. Yeah, all those old games were really interesting. I didn't think you could play games for 10 yen. They were so simple compared to modern digital games, but they were really fun. And all the old toys on the second floor are really fun too. Even I feel nostalgia for those old and tin toys. Did you eat candy like that and play with toys like those, Makoto? Most of those toys were unfamiliar to me, but I have eaten quite a lot of dagashi. I did buy most of them from Kombini, but it's been so long since I've had any, it really takes me back. So dagashi shops like this are unusual even for you, Makoto? Yes, don't you see many of them nowadays? That's why I bought so much. Do you want to try one? Are you sure? I'll take this one then. Itadakimasu. Do help yourself. Ah, this one's delicious. It's yogurt, huh? It's neat that you eat it with a wooden spoon. The taste of the wooden spoon really takes me back. This bugashi is also very tasty. That's called bugashi? It's kind of mysterious and looks like a stick. Does it taste good? I like it a lot. And I guess I'll try some. Itadakimasu. Ah, it's so sweet. But the moment I thought that, it dissolved. It might not look like much, but it's sweet and delicious while being light on the tongue. Yeah, it surprised me, but it was really good. What kind of sweets are those? Oh, that's some kind of crushed candy, huh? They look pretty tasty. Itadakimasu. Popping candy, huh? It's gonna explode. Oh, are those the ones that crackle when you put them in your mouth? Oh, it exploded. Is this really candy? It is candy, don't worry, but it can be surprising if you don't know what it is when you eat it. It scared me half to death. I had no idea what was happening. The candy is full of pockets of carbon dioxide, which pops as it dissolves. Is that what this is? Then I'll take another mouthful. It's fun when you know it's coming. The stimulation is kind of fun. I think I'll try to put in even more. Don't put in too much. Oh, jeez, you really went overboard. Oh, it's dangerous to put in too much of that into your mouth at once. There used to be rumors that someone put too much in once at their mouth and their mouth exploded. Is this seriously? You should have told me that earlier. Of course it isn't true. It was just a childish rumor. Oh, you scared me there for a second. Scott, you're so funny. Huh? I think I made Makoto happy. I guess it's okay then. Now let's go up the shrine road. Okay. So far, nothing too surprisingly new. This is the road to Taishakuten. Wow, there are so many shops. It's a narrow street, but it seems really lively. This is a bit like Shibamata's main street. Main street, huh? I guess there's a lot going on despite how compact it is. Yes, it's Shitamachi just like Asakusa, but it feels so much more cozy. But that's why it still has that Shitamachi feel from the old days. Yeah, it's really charming and interesting. There are so many restaurants. Senbai, dango, unagi, soba, tempura. Have a free sample. Hey, free samples. They appear to be pickles. Why don't we try one, as long as we're here? Sure thing. Itadakimasu. Dozo, dozo. Oh, it's so salty. This isn't candy at all. Did you think it was candy? These are more of a side dish that you eat with rice. Yeah, I bet I could pack them in. Are you ready to eat? Huh? Oh, no, not yet. He was joking. Oh, really? Domo. But it did really taste good. Shall we buy one as a souvenir? Arigatou gozaimasu. We'll eat them with dinner back home. I'm sure they'll be even more delicious then. Yeah, I can't wait. We haven't even had lunch yet, you fucks. You haven't decided. Ah, could this be... what, a dango shop? Well, yes, but it seems to be a dango shop that Otokawa Surayo, the series I mentioned earlier, is set in. Huh? Really? Oh, look, it says right here. Used in the 4th movie, when Tora-san was living in the Shibamata dango shop. Wow. This is, like, fairly interesting, knowing that, like, the area they're in is, like, specifically based in this movie series that, like, happens here. You know, that's pretty interesting. For me, that's kind of thing nearby too. Here in Canada, in Ontario, there's this camp that middle schoolers go to, at least the middle school I went to, called Kilku. And the camp that Kilku happens in is where the movie Camp Rock from Disney Channel, the movie with the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato, was filmed. Yep, surprisingly enough, 9 years ago, they filmed that over here in Canada. Why did they film it in Canada? Because it's fucking cheaper. Wow, really? This shop was set. It was the setting for a movie? As long as we're here, why don't we eat a dango? Yeah, I'd love to try one. Excuse me, could we have a dango to go? Yes, arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, the dango here are green, huh? They're known as herb dango. Wow, they have herbs inside them? They're made with a very fragrant herb known as yomogi. Oh, you're right, they do smell nice. Lots of anko filling too. Shall we eat? Yes, yeah, itadakimasu. Wow, the delicious aroma of the yomogi fills my mouth. It's only sweet for a second, but the anko has a really refreshing taste to it. You're right, it's a very refined sweetness. I feel like I could eat a ton of these at once. We sell them at souvenirs too if you like. I'd like to let Akira try one. Why don't we buy a souvenir? Let's do it. Then I'll take one of the smallest boxes. Arigatou gozaimasu. I hope Akira likes it. I'm sure that she will. There's no girl who doesn't like anko. You're right. I can rest easy then. The shop has a nice atmosphere. You could really feel the history. Fucking feeling history. How did it look in the movie? Are you interested? Then why don't we go to the Tora-san Museum? Museum? They have a museum? It's the national movie series. The locals love it especially. What kind of things do they have here? There. Well, it seems like the real sets used in the movie, dioramas, and videos are all from famous scenes. Wow, sounds interesting. I'd like to go. Then, shall we? First bath that Taishakuten, last name Kuruma, first name Torajiro, known as Tora the Wanderer. Hasa shimasu. You said hasa at the end there. It's actually hashimasu. Huh? Really? Oh, I got it wrong. But I'm impressed that you memorized so much. It was so funny, I couldn't help but get sucked in. What, did they actually just watch the movie? I zoned out for a second there. Oh, they're famous scenes. Okay. It was so funny I couldn't help but get sucked in. Did you have fun? Yeah, lots of fun. It was amazing to getting to see movies set in person. They really did move the sets from the shooting location, just like walking into the world of the movies. It was really cool to see the recreations of the old station too. It's hard to imagine given today's modern automatic turnstiles. Those were donated from a real subway company. So that's why they look so realistic, huh? The dioramas they recreated were really fascinating to see too. I feel like I'm starting to understand Tora-san's world. Tora-san works as a takia? Yes, it's basically someone who sets up stalls at festivals. And I was surprised by how many Madonnas he had. 48 movies, so 48 different girls. Enough to make a modern idol group. We called them MDN48. Yeah, but Tora-san sure falls in love easily. By the way, if you don't understand the joke with MDN48, there's an idol group in Japan called AKB48. And they're an idol group of 48 girls. Yeah. What about you, Scott? Huh? Not at all. I don't have any experience with that sort of thing, you know? Are you sure? It's true. Though that's not really something to be proud of. Ah. You sound hungry. Why don't we get lunch? Waiting for that. Sure, I'm in. What would you like to eat? Is there anything this area is famous for? I've been seeing a lot of signs for unagi. There's soba too. What's that delicious smell? Ah, that always smells probably tempura. Look over there. Tempura sounds good too. Tempura or unagi. I just can't resist that smell. Let's do tempura! You want tempura? Yes, unagi is expensive, right? It's certainly not cheap, and the price has only been going up lately. What about tempura? It can be expensive in the best shops, but it shouldn't be too bad around here. Tendon is surely the cheaper of the two. Then let's get tendon. Then shall we go to that one? Sure. What? They're finding tempura at the entrance? It's a bit like a stage show. That's why we can smell it from over here. I mean, that's like a common thing, I think, in like most not rural, like touristy areas where they would usually cook or create some of the food on the outside to like, especially if it's like friable or like barbecuable, to create the aroma for people to want to come in and more likely buy food or eat food. Also to show off that what their food looks like so that you know what it looks like before you're about to pay for anything, because the eye really does change how you feel about food. It does smell good. I'm getting really hungry. Welcome, just the two of you? Oh yes, just the two of us. Then please step inside. It's got a nice retro atmosphere. I can't wait for the tendon. Ah, that was so good. The tendon was so crispy and the sauce was amazing. He said that's a secret recipe handed down for over 100 years. Wow, more than 100 years? The shop has so much history. During the Great Kanto earthquake and the Tokyo bombings, the people of that shop kept their sauce recipe safe. Wow, they worked that hard to protect the recipe. If that's the case, then no wonder it was so good. You're right to follow your nose all the way there. Yeah. I feel a bit stuffed, so let's walk around. Where are we going next? Next is the Taishakuten. Yeah, the Taishakuten. The temple with the weird name. That's a funny way to remember it, I guess. Hey, there we go. Are these bonsai? Oh, so this is the Taishakuten. It's got such an amazing gate. By the way, remember how I said I was going to look up the Taishakuten's real name? Did you look it up? It's technically the Kyozen Daikyoji. Kyozen Daikyoji. Daikyoji. That's totally different. How to go from that to Taishakuten? Taishakuten is the name of the god venerated here. The Shibamata Taishakuten is very famous in Tokyo, so most people would assume you're talking about the temple rather than the god if you say its nickname. Is it really that famous? Well, it looks like a really nice stylish temple. The gate was 2 stories tall when it was built in the Meiji era, so they called it the Nitenmon. It's said to have been modeled after the Yomemon of the Nikko Toshogu. Toshogu seems familiar. It's a pretty famous shrine, I think. Where did Tora-san have his first bath, I wonder? What? This is Tora-san's temple, right? Oh, you mean the movie? Probably in the main hall, but I'm not really sure. Well, why don't we pay our respects? Okay. Oh, it seems we can enter the Hall of Worship here to pay our respects. You're right. Everyone's going inside. You have to take your shoes off here. Put them in the shoe cupboard. Here? Alright, okay. Look, Makoto, the stairs have made it to tatami. You're right. Don't they feel wonderful under your feet? When I step on tatami mat, I really feel like I'm in Japan. Ah, we're here. Do we just pay our respects at the frontier? Yes, it appears so. This is such a quiet place. Oh, it seems we're prohibited from taking pictures. Yeah. The solemn atmosphere has me feeling a little tense. Here's the offering box. It's a temple, so you don't have to clap your hands. Oh, it's a no clapping version? Thanks. Put some money in. Don't clap, just put your hands together and close your eyes. Let my journey end safely and let me grow closer to Makoto and Akira. I guess the gods really are favoring us, huh? Because we know how this ends. There. Ah, Makoto's still praying. I wonder what she's praying for. Ah, I'm sorry. Did I make you wait? Nah, it's okay. Then let's head out. Okay. Are we done here already? Nani the fuck? You were praying pretty hard. What did you wish for? For you to have a safe journey, Scott. Huh? It was about me? Yes. You used your precious offering for my sake. You call it an offering, but it's mostly about how you feel. And I do want you to have lots of fun memories in Japan, Scott. Arigato. Do itashimashite. Now, why don't we go walk around a little? Sure. Oh, look at that. What, a monster? Oh, this is the lion dance. It says it's an omikuji. Omikuji? Omikuji are like fortunes given out by shrines and temples. You pull out a piece of paper and it has your fortune written on it. Oh, sick! We're gonna do that? Oh! This makes it all more interesting. That sounds interesting, but where do I pull the paper? I'm pretty sure you put your money in and let the lion will give you the omikuji. Oh, sick! Oh, it moves? That sounds even more interesting. Okay, I'll try it. Now, I'll put the money in here. I'm so nervous. Hey, put a little song and start it up. The movements are so realistic, it really is dancing. So how do I get my omikuji? Probably in its mouth. Oh, look. You're right, there's a little paper inside. Look, it's going to drop it into the receptacle. It came out. What do I do with it? Open it. How do I open it? Oh, it opened. What does it say? Let me see. Suekichi. Suekichi? Is that good? Well, it's lower middle. More or less. Lower middle. Seems questionable. But Kichi means luck, so it's okay. If it were bad luck, it would say Kyo. Is there something higher than Suekichi? I believe Shokichi, Chukichi, Kichi, and Daikichi. That many? Then I'm second from the bottom? I don't think you need to worry about it that much. Yeah, I won't worry. You're very worried, aren't you? Oh, look, there's another omikuji next to it. Why don't you pull another? I can try again. Yes, one more wouldn't hurt. Okay, I'll try it. Go on. Okay, here we go. It came out. Let me see. What does it say? Suekichi. Huh? The same thing? Yes. So I really am second from the bottom. There's another omikuji over there. Let's try it. Is it really okay to keep doing it? You can do it as many times as you want. Luck is something you make for yourself. Right. Then what's the point of spending all the money? Thank goodness. Daikichi is amazing. It's the luckiest there is. Yeah, I only got it after 12 tries, though. Every other time was Suekichi. The number of times doesn't matter. What matters is that you got it the last time. Really? That's good, I guess. Yes, it's fine. She was just teasing me, right? Jeez. Well, where shall we go next? Why don't we walk around the river? They have a ferry. Oh, that's right. You said we could cross the river on a boat? That's right. We still have time, so let's go. Okay. Is it a CG? Come on. Is this the place? Here? A boat leaves from here? I think. See, there's a wharf. You're right. There are people lined up. There's a sign, too. 200 yen each way. Then this must be the place, but it's kind of 200 yen each way. That's only $2. Run down. It says this is the last ferry in the city. Oh god, what? There are Inca songs based on this place. So it's a pretty important place, huh? I hope it ever gets shut down. Though I am half afraid I'll break it apart at any time. Oh, the boat is here. Huh? The boat is rowed by hand? Yes, the ferry is rowed. People used to row to get across the river. I see, so it's an old style of crossing a river. This is my first time being in a boat rowed by hand. Me too. Aren't you excited? Yeah, you bet. Looks like we can get on now. Wow, I'm getting really excited. CG. See, I knew it. I knew it. What boat scene what kind of boat scene would it be without a boat scene CG? Look at it. I knew. 100%. Oh god, what? Okay, there you go. It's very tranquil. You almost forget that you're in Tokyo. But perhaps we're already in Chiba? Matsudo is on the other side of the river. Once we cross the river, we're out of Tokyo. People would cross this way in the old days too, huh? It's so peaceful. Hey, there's a bird. If I look up, I can see the sky. I feel like I'm flying. Did Tora-san cross the river on this boat too? I read that the first movie starts with a scene of them coming home on the ferry. Really? Then they were riding in the same boat Tora-san did. You seem to really like Tora-san, Scott. Tora-san. It really does feel wonderful. Makoto's so pretty. If Tora-san were in my shoes, which girl would he fall in love with? Makoto or Akira? Wait, what am I thinking about? What was that? Nothing. I can't wait to see Tora-san. That badly? I need to watch Tora-san and learn more about romance. I think that's the bad choice, to watch Tora-san about romance, to be honest.